The Legend of Spooky the Square Pumpkin, written by Joe Troiano, illustrated by Suzanne Banta. One day in the pumpkin patch, the strangest little pumpkin hatched. Spookily wasn't like his friends, where they had curves, he had ends. Spookily was different. He was odd, he was rare. Spookily the pumpkin wasn't round, he was square. While the round pumpkins had fun rolling along, poor Spookily sat there shaped all wrong. He tried and tried with all his might, but he couldn't budge, he just sat tight. That is, until one night when they all discovered it's fine to be round when the weather is fair, but there are times it's better to be square. Halloween was just a day away when a mighty storm blew across the bay. It tossed the round pumpkins to and from. It snapped their vines, then off they'd go. Spookily sat there filled with fright, but glad to be a square that night. Suddenly, the fence gave away. 3 pumpkins rolled out and into the bay. Spookily knew what must be done. It was up to him. He was the one. He teetered, he tottered, he tipped, he tried, and finally flipped. He was on the side. Again he tripped, again he flopped, again he flipped, and then he stopped. Right in the gap where the fence had snapped, he blocked the way, the hole was capped. All the pumpkins shouted, "Hooray!" Spookily the square pumpkin had saved the day. Then a pumpkin hit him with a whack. He thought his shell would start to crack. Then another one hit him with a thump, and another one with a smack. Then one by one, a ton of pumpkins piled on the stack with a bang and a bash and a crunch and a crash. And then it all went black. At dawn, when the storm had stopped, the farmer came out and checked his crop. He picked his pumpkins up one by one and laid them out in the warm, dry sun. Its shell was bruised, its stem was too, but there was brave little Spookily, sitting straight and strong and true. Right then and there the farmer knew, of all the seeds he'll ever sown, Spookily was the most special that had ever grown. And the next year, when it was time to sow, he sowed those seeds in every row. He watered and weeded and watched them grow. And that morning, about mid-June, when the pumpkin patch began to bloom, there were tiny pumpkins everywhere, hundreds and hundreds, most of them square. Some were cubes and some rectangular, some were flat and others triangular. There was a bed of bright red ones and 2 rows of blue. There were polka dot pumpkins and rainbow ones too. There were thousands of colors and hundreds of shapes. Oh, what a garden variety makes. Now every year on Halloween, Spookily's patch is quite a scene. People come from far and near to see what wonders grew that year. Now you know the story of how Spookily grew. Maybe someday you'll tell someone too. And then go tell someone who will go to tell another. And maybe one day we all will discover you can't judge a book or a pumpkin by its cover. All right, friends, so now I would like you to make me your favorite shape and your favorite color of pumpkin.